Well, I know we've got a short period of time here, so I'm gonna take you back to like my earliest days, but I'll be very brief and concise about it, because for whatever reason, as a child, I had a very early inspiration about health and fitness, and I'm sure anybody listening or watching knows who Sylvester Stallone is and knows the Rocky series. Um, for whatever reason, I just really took a liking to that. And so as a child, my father actually created a barbell for me. So my earliest days of working out were probably at the age of 5 or 6, and he took just a piece of metal, a metal bar, and two planter pots, and he put cement in each side. So he created, I don't know, 10 or 15 pounds, but that was the homemade barbell. And so I would run around the house thinking I was Rocky Balboa. And so that was my training from an early age. And somehow it sort of stuck. And the dietary practices evolved as well, where at Halloween, I wanted the box of raisins instead of the Nerds. And so I've always kind of, and I've got to credit my mom as well, because she was pretty forward thinking about sugar, and just had a feeling that like we should eat, if we had a peanut butter and honey sandwich instead of jelly or jam, like that might be the way to go. And so I think there were some good parental influences early on. And so for really my whole life, I've been trying to stick to a pretty healthy lifestyle in terms of exercise and diet. And fortunately, that pattern has been also helpful and translated into certain disciplines in business. And the way I think about it is, it's just like if you're in the gym and it's not always comfortable. And Joe Rogan, I just recently was listening to a podcast that Joe Rogan did, and he was talking about how much of an aversion most people have to being uncomfortable. But that's really where the growth is. And so it's not comfortable necessarily breaking down muscle, tearing muscle, and being in the gym and sweating and doing, lots of reps and sets and whatnot. But that's really where the growth comes in. And so how I think that translates into how we do things in business is, if you think about conversations, and Tim Ferriss does a nice job, he's described and I'll probably chop up this quote a bit, but the general concept is that the quality of your life is sort of boils down to the number or the degree of uncomfortable conversations that you have. And boy, is that true, right? If everything you approached in your day was like, I got to stay in the comfort zone, you won't likely jump to that next level continually. You might get lucky, but again, it's discipline, it's being uncomfortable. And that's how I think there's a parallel in a big way, for me at least, in how we operate in business, and we're disciplined and we get uncomfortable, and how that translates into the gym as well.